Good morning, members. It's the appointed time. We have a quorum. We will proceed to elect the chairperson of the panel on constitutional affairs for the 2026 legislative session. The Secretariat has issued a notice informing everyone that at the end of the nomination period, we had only received one valid nomination for the chairperson. And that member nominated is Mr. Brave Chen. Mr. Chen is nominated by Mr. Kingsley Wong and seconded by Professor Chen Wen-kwong. Mr. Brave Chen is neither the chairperson nor the deputy chairperson of any other panel. He's neither the chairperson nor the deputy chairperson of any other government advisory body. So in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, I declare Mr. Brave Chen elected as the chairperson of the panel on constitutional affairs for the 2026 legislative session. Congratulations. Thank you. We now come to the election of the deputy chairperson for the panel on constitutional affairs for the 2026 legislative session. The Secretariat has issued a notice informing everyone that as at the end of the nomination period for the deputy chairperson, only one valid nomination was received. The member nominated is Mr. Michael Lee. Mr. Lee is nominated by me and seconded by Mr. Wu Yingpeng. Mr. Michael Lee is neither the chairperson nor deputy chairperson of any other panel, nor is he the chairperson or deputy chairperson of any other government advisory body. So in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, I declare Mr. Michael Lee elected as the deputy chairperson of the panel on constitutional affairs for the 2026 legislative session. Congratulations to Mr. Lee. Next item on the agenda, we will deal with a late application for membership. Mr. Robert Lee wrote to this panel on the 16th of January this year. That's his late application for membership. Please refer to paper CB bracket 254/2026 bracket 01. In accordance with Rule 23B of the House Rules, any late application for membership will be subject to a decision of the panel on whether we accept the application. So my question for members is, do we have any views to his application? If not, then we will proceed to accept Mr. Robert Lee's application, meaning he will become a member of this panel. Next item on the agenda. Now for this year, we have to set the date for our meetings. Last year, our regular meetings were usually held on the third Monday of every month at 2:30 p.m. If we agree to stick to this arrangement, please refer to the proposed meeting date in 2026 that has been tabled. Members' attention are drawn to the following points. The third Monday of February is the Lunar New Year's Eve. Because of that, we will bring forth the regular meeting to the 13th of February, which is a Friday. We will hold the meeting at 8:30 a.m. The third Monday of October will be a public holiday, so our October meeting will be rescheduled to Monday, the 26th of October at 2:30 p.m. Now, for our next regular meeting, on the items for discussion at our future meetings, to give members a deeper understanding of the government's policy making, the Secretary for Constitutional and Mainland Affairs will brief this panel on next Friday, that's January the 30th, from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. He will talk about his portfolio. Our next regular meeting will be held on the 13th of February, that's Friday at 8:30 a.m. And once we sort out the items for discussion with the administration, the Secretariat will issue a notice to everyone. Now, on the items for discussion at our regular meetings in 2026, members are welcome to share their views. Those who would like to speak, please press the request to speak button. We have to vacate by 12 noon. I see many members are lining up. So let's do a minute and a half for each member and see if we have time for a second round. So here's the order of the members who will speak: Professor Chen Wing-kwong, Mr. Eric Yim, Mr. Kingsley Wong, Mr. Robert Lee, Mr. Michael Lee, Mr. Andrew Van, Mr. Tommy Chung, Mr. Lau Kaka, Ms. Ginny Man, and Dr. Thomas Ho. Let's do a minute and a half for each member. Professor Chen Wing-kwong. Thank you, Chairperson. This year, I have two items that I would like to discuss. This year marks the kickoff of the 15th National Five-Year Plan. So I would like the administration to tell us about how they will actively align with our country's future plans and integrate into national development so that we seize the development opportunities of the 15th Five-Year Plan. Second, can I invite the administration to tell us more about the policies about promoting patriotic education and also the update on the work of the working group on patriotic education so that we can all discuss how we can achieve greater success in patriotic education to promote patriotism. Thank you, Chairman. So, 2 points. One, on the 15th Five-Year Plan, that's a point that was discussed by the House Committee last Friday. So we agreed to set up a working group on Hong Kong's alignment with the 15th Five-Year Plan. And that working group will make a decision on its timetable so members can pay attention to that working group. Now we move on to Mr. Eric Yim. First of all, congratulations to the chairman on your election. 2 points are on my mind. The first point was covered by Professor Chen Wing-kwong. The 15th Five-Year Plan is vital as an opportunity for Hong Kong to integrate into national development. Now, for potential politicians, young people, and industry leaders, they have to learn about our country's development plans. The government should find a way to send our potential talent to the mainland for training so that they can learn more about our country's strategic plans. That's my first point. Now, my second point is as follows. This year or in the years to come, we have to raise our profile in international organizations. Geopolitics is getting complicated. Donald Trump just proposed a board of peace, and that's going against the position of the United Nations. So given this backdrop, how do we strengthen our voice in international bodies to tell our story well? Mr. Kingsley Wong. Two issues are top of mind for me. First, on alignment with national development, we need integrated development, and that covers many aspects. Healthcare goes to the Health Bureau. Elderly care falls under the Labor and Welfare Bureau. So can we have a discussion item on how we can develop the economy and improve people's lives? So how are the National Plan and Shanghai Plan going on? How are those plans coming along? And how are the elderly healthcare vouchers doing? So I would like an item specifically for discussing those issues. Now we have many NPC delegates and members of the National Committee of the CPPCC. And we talk about how we work with these NPC delegates and the CPPCC members. Now, can we get the government to tell us the government's assessment of these suggestions from the NPC delegates and CPPCC members? Otherwise, we get the impression that the views from these delegates are not really taken seriously. Mr. Robert Lee. Congratulations on the chairman. I thank you for letting me in. There are some issues I would like to discuss at this panel. First, strengthening cooperation between Hong Kong and the mainland. So we're talking about the Greater Bay Area, the Changjiang River Delta, and also Beijing, Hebei, and Tianjin. And I also want to talk about linkages in modern professional services. Can we talk about mutual recognition of professional licenses? I want to have an update on that. On the transfer of information between Hong Kong and the mainland, think account opening with financial institutions. We have to find ways to make these processes easier to foster exchange between Hong Kong and the mainland. And on scams, we have to get to the root of those scams. Facilitating the transfer of information between Hong Kong and the mainland will be helpful. And when there are issues in regulatory matters, we have to find ways to fix them. So these are my concerns. Next, Mr. Michael Lee. First, congratulations on being elected as our chairman. I look forward to better integration into our country in this year. Both the 14th and the 15th five-year plans stress Hong Kong's integration into our country. We have a strategic role to play. We should step up coordination and cooperation with the mainland in terms of personnel, goods, information, and capital. It's all very well to have discussions inside the Legislative Council, but can we also go on duty visits? Can we also get a chance to talk to the Guangdong authorities and the authorities from other parts of the mainland on the flow of people, goods, capital, and information? Many mainland businesses would like to go global via Hong Kong. So can we set up more liaison units offering one-stop services? So can we talk to the Commercial and Economic Development Bureau about having these one-stop offices so that communication becomes easier for Hong Kong residents in the mainland? Now, one reminder to members, based on the House rules, when we go on duty visits, we will have to seek the approval of the House Committee. And we need the people on those visits to be composed of panel members. More than half of them need to be panel members. Next, Mr. Andrew Fan. Chairman, you'll be aware that I am involved in patriotic education, so this matter is close to my heart. We've been talking about the 15th National Five-Year Plan. One highlight is integration into national development and contributing to this cause. To achieve this, the first order of business is to strengthen the sense of national identity. People should take pride in being Chinese. You need to have that mindset before you can go anywhere. I would like government efforts for young people to feel and sense our country's achievements so that we strengthen their national identity. So more needs to be done on this, and we have to go into greater depth. We have done many exchange tours, but those exchange tours lacked depth. So can we have some sort of program, a plan, or a timetable to go into greater depth, to dig deeper, to promote patriotism? Thank you.
李峰議員。
Next, Mr. Tommy Chong. Thank you, Chairman. Congratulations. The National 15th Five-Year Plan mentions about deepening coordination, collaboration. There needs to be breakthroughs in the northeastern region. And in 2025, the Chief Executive announced that western part of Guangzhou will be included in the cooperation list with Hong Kong. So I think this panel can have further discussion on how the SAR government is working with the northwestern part as well as the northeastern part and southwestern part of China. How can we step up collaboration with these regions? Thank you. Ms. Ginny Mann. Congratulations, Chair. This year, I'd like to propose 2 discussion items. First, strengthening support for Hong Kong people in the mainland as well as Hong Kong groups in the mainland so that they can serve as the bridge. If they are familiar with the situation in the mainland, if they have the relevant network, it would be much easier for them. So I hope that we can discuss in this panel how we can better offer support to them. Second, how can we strengthen the role of mainland offices of the Hong Kong SAR government? Sometimes community organizations, if they want to organize visits to the mainland, they have to liaise with the mainland authorities themselves. If we have mainland offices there, can they line up the mainland authorities for the community organizations in Hong Kong so that they don't have to do it themselves? Next, Mr. Thomas So. Thank you. The areas of concern of mine are mentioned by the previous members who have spoken. For example, how can we dovetail with the National 15th Five-Year Plan? How can we strengthen national studies? And how can we deepen collaboration with the GBA? These are all my areas of concern, so I'm not going to repeat them here. I'm one of the last members who are waiting to speak. And the great thing about it is that I don't have to repeat the points that have been brought up by other members. I've done some homework myself. I see that items that had not been touched on by the previous legislative session include matters concerning the district governance system, as well as anti-discrimination laws. I hope that within this legislative session, the administration can tell us how they will offer support to ethnic minorities. There are many districts in Hong Kong with a high population of ethnic minorities. I want to know what concrete measures the government will put in place to help the EM population integrate into the local community. If this is not dealt with, there might be potential security problems. Thank you. Dr. Junius Ho. Just now, Mr. Eric Yim said we have to talk about how we can step up training for our young leaders. I support this idea. Now I want to turn to matters that concern the international level. How can we tell good Hong Kong stories and good China stories to, for example, the United Nations? The human rights body in Geneva, they're open to views. I hope NGOs in Hong Kong can apply to have this special status? I think there's a way for them to do it, and I think there should be more discussions with the CMAB so that we can tell NGOs in Hong Kong to apply for this status. About 6,300 NGOs have enjoyed this special privilege, and of which 1,300 are from the mainland. But the ones from the US, they surpass the ones from the mainland by several folds. So I think we have to make sure that there is a greater voice from Hong Kong and mainland China in international organizations. Next, Mr. Andrew Yao. I think it is an important growth area for us by helping mainland enterprises to go global. The CEDB manages all the ETOs in the world. However, the mainland offices, they are under the CMAB. I want to know if there are any KPIs for the mainland offices. How can they offer support to state enterprises, for example? In order to do that, they have to be familiar with the mainland work culture, and they have to know the plans of mainland enterprises in going global. Next, Mr. Wu Yingpeng. First, congratulations. This is the panel on constitutional affairs. I hope that within this legislative sessions we can explore the following. First, how can we uphold the executive-led system? Second, under the executive-led system, how can the Legislative Council contribute more to Hong Kong? Thank you. Next, Mr. Alex Fan. Thank you. Congratulations, Chair, on being elected. I want to follow up on two items. First, I think we have to continue to promote the basic law as well as the Constitution. In the past, we focused on primary and secondary schools when we discussed this. However, we also need to promote this at the university level as well as at the community level. Second, on the collaboration between Hong Kong and Hainan on free trade. In March last year, the chief executive attended the Boao Forum and signed the first memorandum of cooperation with Hainan province, and the memorandum covers economic ties, trade ties, investment, as well as data sharing. And we have to follow up on each of these areas to see how we can leverage our strengths so that we can seize the opportunities presented in front of us. All right, the members have all spoken. Moving on, the chair and deputy chair of this panel will have a meeting with the administration on what to discuss in the 2026 session. Now, on subcommittees on policy issues, at the meeting of the House Committee last week, the chairman briefed members on the basic principles for establishing subcommittees on policy matters under the House Committee or panels. The House Committee said it would give holistic consideration to the priorities of different subcommittees after receiving the proposals for setting up the subcommittees. If members are of the view that it is necessary to set up a subcommittee on policy issues under this panel to study specific issues of widespread public concern, please submit written proposals to the Secretariat by 5 p.m. on Wednesday. The proposal should include information such as the subcommittee's terms of reference, timetable, and work plan. So if necessary, please follow the above instructions to submit proposals. Also, please note that subcommittees on policy matters are subject to a maximum number of members of 20, of which more than half must be members of the panel, and non-panel members may join as well, but their number shall not exceed that of panel members. So please take note. Agenda item 5, any other business? If not, meeting adjourned. Thank you.